They were all a nightmare. Besides, what would possess a man to paint something like this?
You never know what inspires an artist.
I'm thinking tragedy, disappointment, and humiliation. Not a fun guy on a date.
Whatever matches inspiration, Skimp, a masterful expression of anxiety.
I prefer a masterful expression of serenity.
Such as tablets and canvas paintings, perhaps?
No, you know how I feel about tablets paintings. No houses creep me out. Little cottages in the woods. Ugh. Everything tablet paints is weird.
What about Paxton Hat?
Now you're talking. I'll take Paxton Hat any day.
Makes you think of the artist or his art.
I plead the fifth.
You can share feelings with both the artists after they are over. I have a little surprise plan for Paxton. I'll fill you in on the details later. I forgot to ask, how's the BJ's tribute concert the other night?
A major disappointment. It wasn't a night performance at all. It was during the afternoon.
Wasn't it billed as an hour of the BJ's?
My point exactly. False advertising. Part of an afternoon is not one night. When I explained to the management, they said it was a demographics issue.
It's not me.
People who live in these tribute concerts tend to nod off during the evening shows. Applause goes over much better than soaring. Anyway, during the intermission, I ran into Mary and Lorraine at the Oxford bar. She was completely unnerving.
Because the concert was a matinee.
That, she almost was lost to Monet.
Mary Monet lost to Monet at the matinee?
Almost, but not at the matinee.
Where then? How did this happen? Did she still painting?
It was only sold without her knowledge, but yes, she still has the mysterious Claude Monet painting.
That's relief. Introducing the painting to the world. Harriet Anderson Gallery on the map.
If painting is everything Marianne says it is.
I can't imagine it's not.
As no one's ever seen the painting, it does make me wonder, how many times have we heard the story of a masterpiece being found in a junk pile and being conveniently hidden for 10 years?
It was supposedly authenticated by an art expert and valued as priceless.
The whole business is suspect. There Marianne is visiting galleries in Europe, and out of the blue, some representative of an unknown collector called Mr. X offers to sell her a bunch of money on the condition she keep it hidden for 10 years to increase its value. How sketchy is that story? Do you believe it?
I don't disbelieve it. She insists the man who sold it to her is very convincing.
That's how rip-off artists make their money. They sound convincing. I said the painting is either fake or it's stolen. It doesn't even have a name.
Marianne has given her name. She said she'll feel it on day 2 of environment. Brush stroke of greatness. He'll give the hag the brush with fame.
She's lucky she still has it. She has one of those electronic visual assistants. I'm going to call Medusa. You use it to screen telephone calls.
I know the one. It answers the phone, plays music, tells jokes, does anything you ask.
Anyway, since the word has gotten around about the showing, Marianne's one of the buyers. The most disgusting of all, Blake.
No, not Blake. Slocum.
Yes, Blake Slocum. He pretended to be all lovey-dovey as if their former relationship would persuade Marianne to sell the painting to him.
I'm glad Marianne did not look for his slimy ways.
Of course not. She totally lost her breakfast and threw him into the phone.
Blake Slocum. Can't believe it.
I know, that human embodiment of a dung beetle, that weasel, that two-timer, that heartbreaker?
Heartbreaker?
Yes, heartbreaker, love crusher, hope snatcher.
Are you saying you still have a thing for Blake?
I don't hold that against you anymore, but Blake doesn't mean for you is left alone as never.
Won't that never heal? Then you do still have a thing for him.
No!
And you say you don't hold it against me. Are you sure?
Yes, besides, we have to be okay now. I work for you, you're letting me show my work.
That doesn't sound reassuring.
Can I confess something to you?
If it's going to be that you were the one who sent those deadpool death threats after I started dating Blake, I'd rather not know. For crying out loud, it was you.
I couldn't help myself. I was staring into the abyss of spinsterhood.
You were 19.
But I felt 25. I locked myself away and ate tons of ice cream.
Some of those things you wrote were horrible.
Only some? They were all meant to be horrible. I was in my horrible phase. It was only after Blake dumped you for Marianne that my will to live returned to make fun of me.
Great.
Besides, I was sick of ice cream. That's when I turned to art. To deal with my depression.
Let's get back.
Okay, this makes a lot more sense to me now.
Let's get back to your main point. What does this have to do with Man's today?
Like I said, her phone could ring off the hook. She thought some of the calls were coming from the person who sold her the painting in the first place.
Mr. X?
If not Mr. X, someone from the front came from Mr. X. She couldn't have been sure. There were so many calls. Finally, she had enough and yelled, "Sell Monet," just like that. Only a day later, Blake called. Marianne was away from her office. Somebody was simply calling her speaker. told you that. Don't worry about the painting. It's safe. Fortunately, Medusa had for a technical breakdown and the company was taken offline. All digital transactions were canceled.
Good for Marianne, better for the gallery. Not so good for Blake.
Who cares about Blake's welcome anyway?
A Blake Slope?
Other than being the most incompetent art critic on the planet,
And a worm.
now that worms has to go through in the conversation. Hi, how are you, Jason? Still slipping in through the back door, I see.
Nice to see you too, Sloan.
You're not happy to see me.
Not a day in my life. This is my new assistant, Ernest Fish.
Hi, have we met before?
I'm new in town.
You seem familiar.
In case you didn't know, Jason here is our local Philistine. He is the consul.
That's not quite true. Jason hates art. Mumbo jumbo, I think he calls it.
You forgot to mention. Mr. Phil calls it punishment. You're a perfect man.
This is a busy day, Jason. We have our art event, Brush Stroke with Greatness to report. Did you come here for any specific reason, or just your normal, disagreeable self?
You do know what last week was.
An ordeal. Preparing for Brush Stroke with Greatness has been overwhelming.
How soon, one forgets. It was the 1-year anniversary of your Aunt Mary's passing. Sadly, you seem to have forgotten. I placed flowers on your grave.
Stolen from another gravesite, I imagine?
Why did you come here?
This.
What's this?
A codicil.
Codicil? Codicil is a supplement to the will. I know that. I just want to see if Jason trying to your brains or books.
Read it.
After 1 year, Aunt Harriet turned the management of the gallery over to you?
Now you may read.
This will never stand up in court. You are despicable. You didn't love my aunt. You took advantage of her. Aunt Harriet had no idea what she was doing.
Oh, she knew all right. She may have been getting on in years, but there were no flies on that one. Her mind was crystal clear. You had 1 year to turn a profit, and that didn't happen. As of last week, I'm in charge, and you are on your way out.
You can't. You ruin everything.
That's the whole point. I've waited patiently for this day. What with your silly showings and crackpot art resolution incomplete. Now, to show I'm not bitter, I'll let you have it, if only to watch you humiliate yourself. But I'm running the show now, and I'll make sure it's successful. After tonight, this event won't have made a dime, and the gallery will remain profitless. So get ready, ladies. There's a new director in town.
Wait, what's this? Here's something you conveniently forgot to mention. Well, Jason Smith will take over as director. My niece, Lene, will remain as chief curator. If the first exhibit after my passing turns a profit, then management of the gallery will go for change maintenance. If it does not, Jason Smith will take full control of the gallery.
It wasn't worth mentioning. This gallery's never made a profit. Even Harry didn't do that.
It will. You'll see. Brush Stroke with Greatness is sold out. Ruth Rodell, America's most respected art critic, will be honored. And we're unveiling a brand new Monet. So there. After this weekend, the gallery will be back in the lab.
Since my duties as director officially began last week, I've informed Mrs. Rodale her services are no longer needed.
No, you can't. You ruin everything.
That's the whole point. I've waited patiently for this day. But with your silly showings, like I said before. Now I'll let you have your event, but only to watch you humiliate yourself. I'm running the show now, and I'll make sure it's successful. This event won't make a dime, and the gallery will remain profitless. So there's a new director in town now.
Come on, Ellie. Let's go before to something Jason will look at.
Did she call you a dog?
She was talking about you.
Oh. Well.
Until he's related years ago, it doesn't have to change himself.
A master of ceremonies or not?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Jason. He's in charge now.
Hello, Jason, I'm here to check to see how things are going.
How things are going, we're completely in the dark.
We have a master of ceremonies or we're even winging it.
Oh yeah, master ceremonies. Apparently it's an old friend who reached out. Jason's bringing him from the airport now. I'll go watch them.
I can't help but think I know her.
So you said. She probably just looks like someone you know.
Of course she looks like someone I know. Just can't think of who.
I'm sure it'll come to you. But you have more important things to think about right now.
Add to that, I don't know who the MC is, and it's about to put me over the edge.
Trust me, you don't want to go there.
How can you be so sure?
Everything will work out. It's a feeling. Call it a premonition.
Awesome. Okay, you go check on the programs, and I'll go next door to make sure all the guests are checked in. If I'm not back in an hour, I may have left the country.
Jason, that's been taken care of. Bob, looked into that. It's on its way. Yes, it's done. Okay, Jason, I need a few minutes. I need a drink.
The man,
If only you knew Jason. No.
honey, I know you can. I know Jason Smoke. We dated once. Mary,
Lady with no name.
I prefer Miriam, but lady with the Monet works.
I'm sorry, that was rude of me. I'm here to dish.
Quite all right, no offense taken. I wonder, have we met before?
I'm here to talk. I must just have one of those things.
Yes, I do. I mean, not anything.
It's nice to meet you, but if you don't mind, I've got a lovely place. Boss, your job.
No need to explain. You go right ahead. I'm sure I'll see you at the showing.
I'm gonna do.
Marianne,
That's one way to ruin my day.
late.
Make that two ways to ruin my day.
Nice to see you again, Marianne. I guess I'm the last person you expected to see.
Perfectly right. You're the last person I wanted to see.
Well, what about Jason?
Tough call. You're equally despicable.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I have to go do something more productive, like count nails into my skull.
Call if you need help.
Unlike Jason, I certainly hope you don't marry me in ill will.
I do. I have ill by the buckets.
Can we just let bygones be bygones? We were young, our passions were at full boil.
The only thing at Fort Boyer was your ego. You can't really believe I cherish our memories together, can you? I'm mad at you for trying to my Monet from Peter.
How was I supposed to know I wasn't speaking with you?
Because we did it longer since I care to remember. And I can tell your parent then, and I'm not telling your parent now.
Doesn't matter. I need that painting. I virus will pay anything for that painting.
You need it?
Well, not need. Like I said, virus will pay anything for that painting, and I mean anything.
It's not for sale.
Is there any way I can persuade you?
Blake, I don't need the money, and if I were to sell it, it wouldn't be to you.
But we have history.
History full with lies, broken promises, and cheating.
Forget history. We'll start anew. Wouldn't you like to rekindle that romance?
If you mean my dousing it with a can of gasoline instead of match to it, I could go for that.
That's not exactly what I meant.
Get it from it, but both of money wouldn't do the trick. Make sure you bluntly let them go either.
See? No. Time is running out. I've got to get my hands on that painting. Desperate times call for desperate measures. My life depends on getting a hold of that Monet.
I thought I see.
What?
You're supposed to be.
Don't worry, I've got a lot of iron for the fire.
Good. I want this thing to be a farce and a humiliation. I want to make sure Sloan Acres can never show her face in this town again.
Speaking of faces, I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
This is my new assistant, Meredith Fish.
You think you know me, right?
You do seem quite familiar.
Why don't we show Blake off at the hotel? The way you can play 20 questions. It's just across the street.
Good for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for
Me?
Paxton. I didn't expect to.
See you here.
And I know.
I wouldn't have come.
That makes.
Two of us! Sorry, that was time.
But to be expected, still painting.
No mouses?
And you dropping spaghetti sauce on a canvas and calling it art, a technique I learned, stole.
From you! Those were the days.
For you maybe, but not for me.
Two struggling artists sharing cold water flat on the banks of the sea.
That wasn't me. That was the one after me.
Oh, that's right. You were with...
Blake, who promptly hijacked my technique and convinced you.
To use it, but it all worked out. You have your...
No houses, thank you very much. I am the laughing stock of art critics everywhere.
Brush it off. rich, Paxton, I'm drowning in his CEO.
Artistic mediocrity. It means nothing. You're financially successful. Let's have dinner. This is just like the old days. Finishing each other's
Sentences? Here's a sentence you can finish. Go to...
hello. Oh, yes, we'll meet you in the lounge.
Stakers?
Yes.
I mean, art publisher, the art recovery. May I have a minute of your time?
Something very, very precious, little love. What is this about?
You're showing a newly discovered Monet tomorrow night, right?
Yes, it's the highlight of the show. It's been well publicized.
That's what it turns me. Many priceless paintings from various galleries and performers.
Do you think something like that might happen here?
I like to mingle around this evening, keep an eye out, just to be safe. If anyone is planning to do something, we'll do it this evening. Do you have a security system?
The control panel's in my office. I'll show you.
Hello? Is this front office? Yes, this is Blake Slocum. I'm in the bridal suite. Yes, everything's fine. I know your book's solid, but I would like to ask a favor. It's for a friend who would be more than appreciative. You see, what I would like to do is...
Touche, Jason. Inviting Blake Slocum is about as low as it gets. You're really dooming to destroy the gallery, don't you?
It's a stroke of good fortune, actually. Blake contacted me. See how things work out? I played art also, and I played a win. After tonight, you can take your art and sell it at a garage sale because this place is coming down.
Don't be so sure. Evening's still young. Take your seats. We're about to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Harriet Anderson Gallery, or as friends of the gallery like to call it, the Hag. I'm Ellie Cousins. I work at the gallery part-time and I'm also an artist myself. It is wonderful to be in the presence of many talented individuals. Brush Up with Greatness is designed to recognize your many outstanding contributions and to keep the Hag's lights on. I believe tonight's going to be a smashing good time, so without further ado, please welcome my boss and good friend, Sloane Akers.
Thank you, Ellie, for that introduction. As Ellie said, I am Sloane Akers, director of the Harriet Anderson Gallery. Correction, I'm the curator. But more about that later. First, a brief history lesson. The gallery began 25 years ago as my entire project. She believed, as many of you do, that art gives life its richness, that extra texture that touches our soul and allows our emotions to soar, and confronts us with the essential questions of life, good and bad.
Oh, sorry, I was confronting one of those essential questions.
The question arises, what is art? To that end, we will attempt to provide some answers today. Brush Up with Greatness is not only an exhibit, it is an opportunity for artists to share their feelings and get ideas from others, and to
have one and see about their work in a futile attempt to provide meaning to otherwise incomprehensible drivel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Slocum, our very opinionated art critic and MC.
Thank you, Sloan.
Wait, I'm not finished. I have more to say.
You've said enough. Sloan and I go way back. She is far too humble to admit that she herself is a starving artist. As they say, those who can do. Those who can, well, they become curators. But enough about Sloan's disappointments. In her introduction, Sloan asked, "What is art?" And as I look around this room tonight, I think that question looms large. I am meant to see anything in adult art. I can assure you that by the time this evening ends, you will have been exposed to more junk than may be found at the local salvage yard. Let's drill down and get to the nitty-gritty, shall we? Let's take this first piece, for instance. Who will claim this? Ah, yes, Ellie Cousins. So many forgettable moments with Ellie. Now, Ellie, tell us, what is your favorite medium?
I enjoy working with clay.
Tell us a little bit more about this piece. What do you call
It's a piece I call inspiration.
it? Inspiration, yes. What inspired you to create this piece?
Inspiration. It's called inspiration.
Yes, perhaps an inspiration of sweeping floors.
That's not what it means.
Not to you, perhaps, or perhaps to someone else. Take this print of the screen, for example. Some may see this as a portrait of anxiety. Others, as a reaction to a migraine.
That is so wrong, I think.
Let's ask someone here in the audience for their opinion. You, ma'am. What is your name?
Jane Smith.
Who are you here today, Jane?
My best friend can you come. I'd rather be at home at a basketball game.
Oh, really? It's for the better.
Jean, what is your opinion of this piece right here?
It's a broom turned upside down with a cape and eyes. I don't understand it. The beauty of a three-pointer, I get it. But this, I'm not sure. Actually, I think it's brilliant.
Jane just doesn't know anything about art.
Well, if you did understand Jane, would you have it in your house?
I wouldn't even have it in my outhouse. When did you get an outhouse?
Well, what do you say to that, Miss Cousins?
She has an outhouse. Nobody else needs to be said.
Art is in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. This lady sees nothing but a straw brook with a face painted on it. Sure it is. Let's get it out in the open. Let's ask these folks. How many of you out there would rather be home watching a basketball game than out here looking at a bunch of weird junk and plush canvas being passed off as art?
Boo.
What do you expect? People probably listen to NPR.
Great. So, who do we have next?
Marianne Monet.
It's my understanding that Marianne has a big surprise for you, but that won't be until tomorrow. For the sake of transparency, Marianne and I also have some history together.
Not worth remembering.
Marianne, are both of these pieces yours? What do you call these pieces?
Night and day.
Are you kidding me?
It's a mess.
It's moronic. It's two canvases, one painted white, one black. A simpleton can do this.
How dare you? It's not just the colors, about the technique.
There is no technique.
Brush strokes. You don't look at the brush strokes.
Unbelievable.
You see this passion unleashed by art?
Oh, shut up, Blake.
Great. Well, moving on to our next artist, Tabitha Cannon.
Thank you, Blake.
What is the name of this piece?
I call this one No House, number 784.
What fascinates you by those?
I'm not fascinated by no. Houses, just get to it.
How to describe Tabitha's paintings? They're like a bowl of honey with powdered sugar sprinkled on top. There's nothing remotely realistic about the subject. It's fairyland stuff. It is theme park art for adults who have more discretionary income than artistic appreciation. They're rather than below.
I am one of the world's most successful contemporary artists.
Contemporary? You're a postmodernist.
My paintings sell in the millions.
I won't argue that. You are very successful. But your talent is marketing. Your paintings are found on calendars at office supply stores throughout the nation.
I gotta agree with Blake on this one. Your paintings are funky, and your houses are creepy. And where's the light coming from?
It doesn't matter.
Of course it matters. There must always be a light source.
It's spiritual. It's an inner light. It radiates from the soul.
People love my work.
It's commercial drivel. It's this kind of stuff you find on greeting cards and placemats.
How dare you call my work drivel? You imposter. You cheater. You hack. You dilettante.
What's a dilettante? A dilettante is a person who cultivates the year, essentially arts, without real commitment or knowledge.
It's in your program.
Dilettante? All right, you've got far enough.
Says the man who never had the gas to get past first base. Just got burned. asking is also in your program.
I think you're still a little crazy for me.
And I think you suffered a head injury.
I would just like to say that art is anything.
Art is easy. Someone could paint a mustache on the Mona Lisa and call it art.
Like this.
Yeah, exactly like that.
It's been done even by Marcel Duchamp. The movement is called Dadaism.
Okay, well, whatever your daddy did.
Not daddy, Dada. Again, the program.
How can you take this jump seriously?
Because art is the expression of human creative skill and imagination. It is the appreciation of beauty and emotional power.
Mona Lisa with a mustache.
Don't pretend you're some connoisseur of the art, depending on the taste of the woman. Your only concern is shifting down the gallery so you can build your extreme sports complex. And you know better.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I've got a job to do. And we have one final artist to consider. Paxton Haddock.
We'll take it from here. Paxton, please stand.
Thank you, slow.
And next to Mr. Haddock is Susie Jones. Susie is an art student at Bishop. She is here tonight because of her teacher, Mrs. Jenkins.
When it comes to abstract art, the common belief is that a child made something like that. So to put that theory to the test, we had Mrs. Jenkins and her students create a piece inspired by Paxton Haddock. And Susie won the contest.
Ellie, if you lift the covers. You see two paintings that look quite similar. The trained eye would immediately pick out the real Paxton Haddock. Let's see your place logo. Test.
Child's play. You insult me with how easy this challenge is. I'm no fake Paxton Haddock, but I know the real thing when I see it. How sure am I? I'll show you. Voila! As you can see,
You destroyed $1 million
shut up, you little twit!
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Then Capricorn is number. We need it.
Good grief, the sun is barely up. What's going on? Why were you called to leave your house? Something happened?
Something has happened. I'm not sure what, but it was serious.
Last night, were you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you kidding?
Thought we were, unless you did something. You didn't, did you?
Good morning, everyone.
This is Agent Art Publisher. This is with the art coverage. He and I met yesterday afternoon.
That's better when hears about your lovely.
What? No, it wasn't like that. My office specializes in art-related crime. It's official business.
And you believe an art-related crime has taken place here?
Get it? Look around. This whole place is a crime.
Earlier this morning, I received a call.
What is it?
A call is when your phone rings and you pick up.
Okay, I'm looking right into that.
During the night, there was a situation and I notified the police. After a brief investigation, things were turned over to me. Anyhow, I'm afraid something awful has happened.
Yeah, we know. It's called brush stroke with greatness.
My priceless painting was destroyed. That's what happened. That's the real crime here.
What about my painting?
Painting houses of imaginary little men who run around in the woods is a different kind of crime.
No, none of that. I'm afraid a brushstroke with greatness has had a brush with death.
I sent out the invitation, and death was definitely not on the guest list.
You think this is a joke?
No, sorry, it's early.
There appears to have been a murder in the bridal suite last night.
This is my shock face.
More nerves? Then you're not surprised we're discussing murder here in this.
Cousins, Ellie cousins. I saw you sitting in the back of the thing. It was practically a circus in here. You know what happened, so you surely take me surprised. Everyone knows the victim is not
sorry I'm late. You're the guy that tried to get in my room last night.
Sorry about that. I just jumped in the lounge. My room is across the hall. I got the numbers mixed up.
Oh, yeah. Hey, something?
Yeah, there's been a murder.
Who's missing?
Susie,
Someone's done away with the precocious little pixie.
Should we check on her?
Seems like a bitch.
No need to wake up Lotus. The police have already checked on her. She's safe and recovering from being clobbered by her arm.
That can only mean.
Yes, it appears so. It seems Marion Monet has painted her last canvas.
Unbelievable. I can see Blake getting murdered. And who saw that?
Aren't the police investigating?
When a work of art is involved, it falls under my jurisdiction.
So you're saying it's work of art?
Yes, Miss. Indeed. Miss Monet is missing.
The Monet has been
Pinch? That painting must be worth.
millions.
Tell me about last night.
You were here. You saw what happened. There was so much acrimony in the air, you could have cut it with a knife.
Interesting choice of words. Judging from the amount of blood we found in Miss Monet's room last night, she might just have been stabbed to death.
The only person with the knife was Blake.
It's a table knife.
Sharp enough to destroy my painting.
It appears it was a stabbing. We're not confirming that until the body is found.
The body's gone?
Both the body and the painting are missing.
you also said the murder occurred in the Brothers.
Yes?
That wasn't your room. I know of only one person who takes the Brothers before he travels. Like Loco.
Is that true?
Yes.
That means you and Marianne.
Yes. We switched rooms.
Oh.
It was the least I could do. Marianne's parrot almost sold the Monet to me by accident. After she explained things, I felt perfectly awful. It was a small gesture, but to make amends, I offered her the suite I was staying in. Please, since it is well known that I always stay in the bridal suite, that must mean that I was the intended victim.
This turns things into a new direction. If Marianne Monet was not the intended target, you must ask yourselves, who would want to see Blake Slocum dead?
The man practically destroyed the place. Raise your hand if you don't want to see Blake Slocum dead. That's fine. The man is a virtual pariah.
Let's begin with Mr. Hanna. What motive would you have for killing Mr. Slocum?
Besides, wait. Are you kidding? Blake destroyed one of his priceless paintings, so of course he wanted Blake dead. He did it.
I did not. She's just bitter.
Why?
It's a long story. There's nothing to do with any of this.
Give me the short version.
One day you're invited to see his etchings, and the next you're on the sidewalk with the recyclables.
Did you go through the bridal suite last night?
Yes, Marianne answered the door. I was dumbfounded.
Because you're expecting to see Blake Slocum.
Yeah, everyone knows Blake always takes the bridal suite.
Did you go to Blake's room for the purpose of killing him?
If I did, I'm not dumb enough to confess it.
Clearly you were angry about the sad demise of your precious painting.
Of course I was angry. That painting was worth big money.
Fortunately, there's no sauce than spaghetti sauce. You'll survive.
You came for me, but killed Marianne instead. You beast.
That's right, Blake. I was murdering you. You were available. So I killed Marianne instead. I'm not particular.
Did you and Miss Monet get along?
Not especially. You dated once, but you jumped me for Slocum.
I believe your words were final, real.
What about you, Miss Cousins?
I would never describe Blake as a real man. And no, I did not kill Marianne. Would I kill Blake? You bet. In a heartbeat.
Just saying.
No, I really would like to kill you. Ever since you dumped me for Sloan.
How many of these women have you dated?
Oh, not her. There's still time.
You imagine yourself to be quite the ladies' man.
I don't imagine. I am.
I don't imagine you are either.
What about you, Miss McKinnon? Would it be fair to say you have a motive?
Besides being jumped by Blake and having him flip over paintings, she has motive, all right.
Is that true, Miss McKinnon?
Blake Slocum has undertaken a campaign to ridicule my art in all of the important art magazines.
I find that hard to believe. Aren't you the most commercially successful artist in America?
Even you can't utter the word commercial without making it sound like a disease. The money means nothing. All I've ever wanted was artistic validation.
Not gonna find it on a place in that.
You deny going to Blake's room with the intention of killing him?
I went there, but Marianne opened the door and practically threw a fit. She said she hadn't gotten a wink of sleep because people had been banging on her door all night long.
The question is, did you kill Mary Monet, hide her body, and steal the painting?
No, but she threatened to kill me if I didn't leave.
We turn now to Mr. Smoke. Would there be a reason for you to see Blake Slocum dead?
Why would I do that?
For the same reason as everyone else, to kill him.
How stupid is that? I was the one who hired Blake.
I don't understand.
Jason Smoke hired Blake Slocum for the purpose of ruining your job.
In that case, we eliminate Mr. Smoke as a suspect.
No, we can't. What kind of detective are you? What kind of way to destroy the gallery than by having the MC ruin the show and then murdering him?
I get your point. The sensational murder of an art critic would certainly do the trick.
Yeah, one minor problem, Sherlock. Blake Slocum isn't dead.
Could Mary Monet be mistaken for a man?
Every day of the week.
What about you, Miss Fish?
I have never been mistaken for a man. What? That's not what I meant. I'm new in town. What reason would I have for killing Blake Slocum?
Wait a minute. Now I have to remind me of Miss Bird, your teacher.
You're right. She's a spitting image.
All right.
Are you Mrs. Bird's daughter? You must be.
All right, I admit it. Ellen Bird was my mother. And I love to see Blake Slocum dead.
Forget about me calling you.
He was the one who got my mother fired. He was blackmailing her, and she can no longer meet his outrageous demands. Those are secret.
What's your mother's secret?
She feels like that.
Aha! No wonder I failed the color wheel test.
Everyone failed it.
Our mother had to kill her teaching career, and she gave up art altogether.
There you have it, revenge. Had I not been a gentleman and offered up my realm, it could have been lights out for Blake Slocum.
If only that were true.
Did you see Mary Monet last night? Mary came to the door wearing a sleep mask. She opened the door, yawned, go away, and slammed the door. See. Next moment I hear her crash, and she started swearing. Did you go to Blake's room for the purpose of killing him? I don't know. Blake opened the door. I don't know what I would have done.
What about Sloane? Are you going to question her?
Miss Akers, do you have a reason to see Blake Slocum dead?
Not only Blake, but Jason as well. He wanted to wreck the entire event, which is why he hired Blake from Smashing Up, so he could build his precious extreme force.
Did you go to the bridal last night?
No, but I wanted to. Instead, I went to ask her what she was thinking when she had a codicil that signed the gallery over to Jason.
What did she say?
Nothing. Woman's been dead for over a year.
Did you get the answer you were looking for?
No, but shouldn't she question Blake? He was the only one who knew Marianne some shrooms.
Very good. What's your story, Blake Slocum?
I've done nothing wrong, so I might as well tell it. First of all, my name's fake.
Lisa thought it was fake.
I should know. I painted it myself. And I've heard the story about the lost money and said she would pay a fortune to get her hands on it. So I made her drink from the river.
You convinced Marianne Monet he was an authentic Monet?
I didn't convince her. I hired a man to pretend to be working for a Mr. X. She bought the lie and the painting. She was rich, and I needed the money.
You're Mr. X.
And you're the art critic who authenticated it after she bought it.
Yes.
Why'd she keep the painting hidden for so long?
My guy convinced her that it would be worth more if she kept it a secret for 10 years. I figured that would be more than enough time to steal it back and destroy it before she went public with it. No one would be the wiser.
Marianne really that stupid?
Rich and dumb doesn't get any better than that. Fortunately, Marianne would never.
But by putting the money on display, it would be exposed as a fake, and your reputation as an art critic destroyed.
The only thing I'm guilty of is painting a fake Monet. Well, that and apply to something. And planning on it. But since the artwork has disappeared, I can no longer charge with painting forgery.
So, if none of us are lying, you didn't kill Marianne. Who did?
What now, Agent Frobisher? There's plenty of motive. And since the murder took place in the middle of the night, there's plenty of opportunity. Without anything else to go on, the investigation is over for the time being.
It's over? There's a killer on the loose.
The case is not closed. Once we locate the body and new evidence is discovered, the investigation will continue. Nobody should plan on leaving town. I will be in touch.
You know, what really upsets me about this is that you didn't come here to wreck the gallery. You came here to steal a painting.
What do you care? It still worked out.
You came here under false pretense.
Something isn't right about this.
I know, he's completely honest.
No, not that. There's a violent misinformation in this.
In moments like this, how do they do all those
said that little piece of information they shouldn't know.
That's right. If someone had to go, it would be saying right now. Because that's exactly what
You're right. It was Agent Roach knocking on Blake Slocum's door.
exactly. Only Blake, the hotel manager, and Marianne knew they switched rooms. Frobisher couldn't have known until he knocked on Marianne's door, until he knocked on Blake's door and Marianne answered.
It's suspicious, I agree, but...
It's not enough proof.
Aha! I have it!
Lily's at
dawn! No one knew the name of the painting. Marianne named it herself and never told anyone. Frobisher couldn't have known unless he forced Marianne to tell him. He had somebody steal the painting and investigating the crime.
Been had by a bogus detective. What now?
Couldn't have gotten far. Let's get her.
Hello.
Marianne?
Well, that's quite the welcome.
Thank goodness you're safe.
Safe? Why wouldn't I be?
Are you all right?
Yes, of course.
What about the Monet?
What about the money? It's safe in the gallery. It's safe for tonight's debut. What's all this about?
We thought you were dead.
Dead?
Yes.
There was blood all over your room and the Monet was gone.
The Monet was gone because people were banging my door all night long. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. I stumbled around in the dark, crashed into a log, poor nosebleed. So I requested a different room, took Lulu sat down, requested a different room, and went to bed.
Is that Dawn? That's really the name of the painting?
It sounds a lot better than the Lost Monet.
Fake Monet.
What?